Why did the Scarecrow win a Nobel Peace Prize?
I don't know, Don. Why did the Scarecrow win a Nobel Peace Prize?
He was outstanding in his field. Why are peppers the best at archery?
Why are the peppers best at archery?
Because they help an arrow? Oh boy.
Habanero? They help an arrow?
Oh.
I had to explain that one.
I'm not sure what habanero means, though.
It's a type of pepper.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
I read that before I really realized what the answer was. It made it even funnier, I think.
That's on a funnier note. You got a better one that doesn't stumble you?
Let's see. What did the duck say after she bought chapstick?
What did the duck say?
Put it on my bill.
It's Gina.
And Don.
With Focused Healthy Family and time for another Tuesday tip. Today's tip is, when is your prime time? Most people think of themselves as either larks, early morning people, or owls, night people. The term refers to when do you have your peak energy? At what time of the day do you have the most energy? What time of day do you have the most energy, Don?
Morning, early morning. That's when I get more done. I can feel more alive.
And it used to be that you would wake up before anyone else in the household would wake up.
Yeah.
And you'd have that time to yourself. I know our one child got in the habit of staying up late because it was when she had the house to herself and everyone else was asleep and the chaos from the day was calmed down. And part of it is, to do with our biorhythms and when we naturally are functioning better. The biorhythms became popular more than 20 years ago, but it's about understanding how your rhythms work and when your peak times are, when you have the most energy, when is your best time of day, and setting yourself up for doing your most demanding and difficult things in those times when you're at your most energy. If you save something difficult that you need to do till at point in your day when you're tired and you'd really rather take a nap, you're not going to be as effective at what you're doing. This tip comes from the book Caregiver 101, 101 Ways to Keep Caregiving from Making You Crazy by Mike Collins. So thinking about, difficult, what do you consider the difficult tasks involved in the work you do, Don?
Well, it's emotional drain because I'm working with people.
What, of all the different tasks you do, what item? Like you make phone calls to set up appointments, you reach out to people to set up interviews, you do sessions one-on-one with people. Which of those feels the most difficult, takes the most of your?
That probably would be the setting up the sessions for myself instead of having somebody else do it.
So, and when do you set up your sessions?
I did it this morning, actually.
First thing on
Monday morning,
so
first thing. Yep.
You get it done
when
with?
my energy's at a place where it's easy to do.
I know son's girlfriend recently made a recommendation to her daughter who's looking at unemployment, and you have to apply for 3 jobs within the week, and she's like, I do it first thing in the week. I get it done with, so I don't have to be thinking about it the rest of the week. And so diving in when you have the most energy, when you're the most focused to do something. I like to write first thing in the morning, and I just free write, just whatever's on my mind. I like when it's quiet as well. I've learned the beauty of waking up early when others are sleeping and to be able to dive in and do something without distractions or other things that need to get done. For me, it helped me to go outside the house, because when I'm in the house, I'm like, oh, the laundry needs to be done, or I could be cleaning this up, or there's so many other things to be doing that sometimes the environment of where you are makes a difference as well as the time of day that you're doing something. And so recognizing this for our children and our loved ones, doing difficult things. If you have to have a difficult talk with your parent about their living situation or them driving.
When's the time to do that?
If they have dementia, they're going through sundowners. You don't want to do it anytime after lunch, And thinking about recognizing people's differences and maybe, okay, this would work better for me to talk about in the evening, but, for my kid, that's not going to be a good time of day for them. So sometimes we have to find a compromise, or we have to realize, is this going to be more difficult for me to talk about or for them to hear? And maybe sometimes we need to pick that time that's better for us, when we can be a better listener and more receptive.
Yeah, that's true.
And also asking the other person, what time do you think works best? And coming up with a compromise together, and not making the assumptions that, okay, we need to talk about this on the weekend because, you're too stressed or tired when you come home from school. Well, maybe they look at it differently than that. So whoever it is you're needing to communicate with,
gauge it on what.
Ask them.
Yeah.
Find out, have a conversation about it and determine what works best. So I think we can look at our own things, our list of to-do things and things that are difficult, and are we putting them off? And, can we schedule things that need more of our energy in the times that we have it? Any other thoughts on that, Don?
Nope.
We'll keep it short.
Maybe it's not my best time of day.
It's 3:00 in the afternoon as we record this.
Yeah.
So that's our tip for today. Glad you tuned in. Be sure to tune in Thursdays for our full-length podcast on a variety of topics, all things parenting ourselves, our children, and our parents. And share this with anybody that you know. Check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, Focused Healthy Family.
And remember, how you speak to your kids and other adults today shapes their future and yours.